everybody. I'm Mike from GoFrakYourself.com, the argumentative podcast and website that talks about video games, movies, TV shows, and pop culture. Now, if you visited our website this morning, you probably saw a post that I made about the new SCUF controllers for the PlayStation and PC. They sent me a little care package that I wanted to share with you guys to kind of show you the unboxing, show you up close of basically what comes in it, aside from the press shots that are on the website. So kind of compare that stuff together, show you the difference between my current SCUF controller and the differences, and we'll kind of get into that kind of stuff. So first off, let's go ahead and get into the care package, which is this little box here. Now, I've gotten a few things before. I'm not sure if this will all be the same thing that they usually send. Okay, well that looks a little different. So it looks like I got a SCUF beanie. I don't wear them. I have a ridiculous shaped head, and it looks terrible on me. So maybe if somebody wants this, contact me, and I'll send it out to you for free. I'm not sure what to do with this. All right, we have another SCUF protection case. I actually have one of these right here for my Xbox and have another one. So again, maybe I'll send this to a listener, reader. Gamer Grip. This stuff actually does work. If you've never used Gamer Grip, you need like a pea-sized drop and it dries your hands out. They don't sweat. Highly recommend this stuff. It's like $13. So if anybody wants this, maybe do a giveaway. Here we go. We have the joysticks, the thumbsticks. I don't know if you guys can see those. This allows you to pop these off. I think there might even be, no, I think it's just the thumbsticks. So you can see the differences in size. You have, I think this is medium, and then the tall. You have the domed surface, and you have the concave surface. I prefer the concave, but we'll get to see what we can use that on in a second. Here we have black trim rings, which go around this section here, and the proprietary locking system to get it on and off. So we'll see that too. And we have another SCUF braided 10-foot charging cable, USB 2.0 for charging and all that kind of stuff. This might be important. I'm not sure because the bracket here, or the plug port, goes into the new backing on the SCUF IMPACT controller, so these might be the only ones that fit. I don't know yet. So that's all that's inside. Let's get rid of that. And let's get into the controllers, because that's what you guys are here for. There's the Impact. Let's save this one to last. So 2 controllers came out today. One is the Infinity 4PS Pro. Some of you may be asking what is the difference between the two of them. Not a whole lot, just some small features, basically making the whole thing modular, so we can basically see how this works. Inside you have a little bit of SCUF reading manual. It's pretty thick for a freaking controller, Jesus. It's a controller. All right, whatever. Thank you for purchasing. SCUF sticker if you want to put it in the back of your car or bike or whatever the hell you drive. Okay, so this is new from the last ones. Now because you can take off the paddles now, so this is new. But I'll figure it out. Okay, so here we go. Oh, that's nice. This is a matte gray. You guys can see that. It's a matte gray with a little bit of a silver trim on top. It has the militarized grip on the back, which is really, really nice. It looks like it's almost wet. It's kind of cool. You get the black thumbsticks and the white trim rings. Now, I'll tell you, I can show you how to do this real quick. Well, I'm not going to switch it out, but I'll show you. This is their little locking mechanism here. And if you just basically put this on top, like that, and give it a quick turn, the ring, oh, there it is. And so it just pops out. So the controller, you can see the inside of it now. Here's your joystick or your thumbstick. You simply grab another one, and it has a little lineup, so you can't really mess it up. It's got a little thing inside of it. There it is. Okay, so now it's back inside. You take the trim ring, simply put it inside like that, get the key, put it on top, turn it back, and you're good to go. So again, you can trade them out for the longer ones, the shorter ones, the concave, domed, and all that kind of stuff. So what makes this one a little bit different than this one? For instance, well, this is a slightly upgraded one. You can see that it has the wheel disc, and the wheel disc comes off, and it has these little divots inside. This one does not, so there's no wheel disc on this one. But you'll notice on the back, you can see how there's little screws right here at the top. On this one, there aren't any. This one is screwed in. This one here, all you got to do is push up like that, and the thumb pad or paddle comes out. Now, I'm not really entirely sure why. I have heard people say that these break. I've had 2 SCUF controllers and I've never had any of them break, so I'm not really sure what the reasoning for it is. But so it looks like, let me try to figure out, this is the first time I've done this. So it looks like you just, oh, okay, so you just push it in and click it down and it's in. Now, supposedly inside, because this is a completely redesigned back here, supposedly what they've done is they've gone in and changed the circuit board inside so it's a lot more responsive. So when you're, you can hear that, the clicking response is better. But that thing is about it. I think it's a new circuit board inside, the new modular system on here. I think the triggers might be improved. And again, you know, when you buy it, it comes with the trigger extensions with these black things here. That light's killing me. There's the trigger extension. And inside is this little SCUF key that stick on it. And that goes in, you can actually pop the top of this thing off, and there's a little hole on top that you can tighten it down, and that allows you to increase the tension inside. So when you push it down, it requires you to push it less, and then you get the trigger stops on it, and there's this little wheel under there. I'm trying to do this with the light here, so I don't know if you guys can see it. There's this little wheel in here that you can turn that allows you to push all the way down. If you look where I'm pushing, you can try to see if we can do this. Push all the way down, and if I turn it the other way, so full press, short press, full, short. See the difference? Anyway, so that's really the only difference between this one and this one. You can see I have the trigger extensions on there. Slightly different grip. This grip. So anyway, that's really the only difference between that two. I would like to point out that this is actually using the new PlayStation controller. You know, they do use a PlayStation first-party system base for these, so you can see that was a new one. So that's kind of cool. This one doesn't have that. All right, so that's that one. Now let's get into the Impact controller. This is SCUF's completely redesigned controller. I mean, everything from the ground up. This is their design. They didn't use the first-party, you know, Sony controller for this. They designed this themselves, and it uses a lot of the same features. So I don't know if I necessarily need to go over those again. Again, instruction manual, another sticker, white trigger extensions, another key thing, and then there's the electromagnetic remapping tool. This is a magnet inside of it, and you touch it to the back, and it allows you to magnetize and change the buttons and map them up. So there it is. This is a nice purple and black and white. Now, they didn't ask me what color I wanted, but if anybody knows me, having been born and raised in Baltimore, Maryland, I'm a Ravens fan, so go Ravens. This is pretty sweet. So let's take a look at the back. This is what they're really talking about. You can see the difference in the angular of those the joysticks here. It's a little bit, you can definitely see it's a lot wider. Let me get it for you guys this way. If I put them two side by side, the paddles here are a little bit wider. It's kind of hard to see. Now this is also, the light's glowing here, so this is also using the internals of a new PlayStation 4 controller from the Pro or the Slim. Nice 4 paddles. Now if you look at the back, you can see that the shape of the paddle here is slightly different than these paddles. Now the reason there's 4 paddles in there, you can map these to all 4 buttons that you want. Sorry, if I'm looking at the camera and myself, it's trying to, you know, bear with me here. So depending on how big your hands are, if you have big hands, you're going to want to use the inside buttons. If you have smaller hands like me, I have smaller hands, your middle fingers tend to go right on these two here. So yes, you can use all 4. If you're talented enough to, you know, keep this finger down here and play with both, hell, go for it. But this, wow, that really does feel good. Wow, let me try that out. So one thing you'll notice that I'm noticing when I'm doing this part here is very narrow. Your hand kind of squeezes around it like that, where this one here is more ergonomic to your hand. Your hand naturally kind of sits in this position. So when you put your hand on there, that just really feels really nice. That feels really good. I didn't think I was going to stop playing with this because I like my Nebula on that one. That Nebula's badass. This just feels really, really good. You know, I had the white thumbsticks. The white thumbsticks, you can kind of see them there. They look freaking killer until you get that. Can you see how they've kind of tarnished a little bit? Now, the nice thing is you can order new ones from SCUF. I think they're like $7 or whatever they are. But they do tarnish a little bit. So, you know, I might toss some of the black ones on there. Anyway, let's go on the controller again. Like I said, the more angular back on these here, that feels good. It does have the same pop off the triggers. It's got the little tension you can put on it. Simply push it back in, click it down if you want to use the standard thumbsticks or standard triggers, or again, you can use the longer ones, which I prefer. Because of the redesign, the headphone jack is cut out and recessed inside of there. And as I spoke about before, this has that little tray, which you can kind of see there. I don't know if I have extra here. I hate to open this because if I want to give this away to somebody, but you can see the shape of this fits into that. And what that prevents is the only stress point on the plug is that little metal tooth that's kind of stuck in there. And if you pull your controller back or twist or turn, all the tension is on that joint. Where now with this, it's holding onto the plastic as opposed to the connector, and it should prevent your cords from wearing out and being trash. Other than that, yeah, it doesn't have the steering wheel, which I really do prefer on my SCUF, so it's really good for fighting games, which I don't typically play too often, but you know, racing games where you're kind of steering back and forth, it's kind of good. But overall, I mean, it seems it actually has the removable. I'm not going to take them out, but it has the removable modular triggers and the paddles in the back as well. Overall, like I said, it feels really good in the hands. So this is an unboxing type video, kind of going over all the stuff they've sent and initial first impressions. I will be playing with it tonight and pretty much the rest of the week. We do record our podcast on Friday nights, and then I'm hoping to have a video review of this and my really full-on impressions and how it plays after several hours of holding on to it. So that should be it for now, guys. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. This is my personal channel, but if you want to check us out online, you can check us out at who uses that anymore? Fuck that. You can check us out online at gofrakyourself.com for all kinds of video game, movie news, podcasts, honest reviews. You can hear our podcast, which is available on iTunes, SoundCloud, Android, Stitcher, which is just search the word Go Frak Yourself, F-R-A-K. There's no C in there, and it's just kind of a homage to Battlestar Galactica. So yeah, you can check that out. Go Frak Yourself on all of those platforms. Our Twitter channel is slightly different. I thought it was too long, so we just changed it to the GFY Show. So at the GFY Show. Let's see, Instagram, Go Frak Yourself as well, and our Facebook page, facebook.com, Go Frak Yourself. For my co-host Jay, I'm Mike, and I hope to see you guys soon. And until then, peace.